were the most innovative band of a generation.
Thesis really revolutionized music.
The music more or less came because of the energy of each other.
You know, when Monica's in her element, Cracker is, I'm doing my thing. It's art, bro. There's nothing else to be said, man. It's divine. You know, like church.
It wasn't actually music. I've still never understood how people thought it was music. My name is Andrew Wentworth. I actually gathered the band. They called me their manager, but it's not really what I was. I was the project leader.
I remember Andrew came up to me one time. I think I was at a poetry slam, protesting, naked.
The name Thesis Project 7 comes from the fact that this was my thesis project. This wasn't supposed to turn into a rock band.
He could just reach the energy inside of me just by looking at me. I think I glow like that.
I agree.
It's very visible, my aura.
Thesis Project 7 should have never been heard of outside of the psychology community.
I became a member of the band back in the early days of when that music of this new age flabbergastic sounds was starting to emerge.
It was not music. It was sounds. I suppose you could call that music, but I would much prefer to listen to construction noises, actually.
You know, I got into these trances where I was all about the music. You know, I'd wake up, I'm all about waking up, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and start playing in our van, thinking I was on stage. And the other band members would be like, "Hey, cut it out, you're not on stage." I'm like, "But you can't hear the applause, everyone's clapping, everyone's here." And they're like, "No, you're sleepwalking again, wake up, you're hallucinating, stop doing so many drugs." And I was just like, nah, I do what I want.
Who was the Pope, and what was it like working with him as the drummer?
We had a drummer?
I don't really remember how it started, but it's been real. Yeah, I don't remember much, man. I don't remember this morning.
I can't remember really how we got him in the band, but next thing I know, I wake up and he's in the band. And I was just like, that's music, man. That's how music, you just wake up one day and someone else is in the band. That's how it's done. That's how real music's made.
The band probably has told you, I've listened to some of their interviews. They're all quite wrong on where the Pope came from. He just wandered onto the tour bus one day.
I think I tried every drug, you know? But the best drug is music. I mean, cocaine's a little bit better, but I mean, the music is the real drug.
I didn't necessarily want crack to be introduced to the experiment. I wasn't the one who did it, but I was pleased with the results.
The band took the show on the road, and as their album was topping the charts, the parties got out of control. But just as they were on top, it all came crashing down. Things were about to take a turn for the worst at the infamous show in Columbus, Ohio.
This project would have worked. It would have gotten me my degree. But they weren't supposed to be there. Those kids were not supposed to be there.
You're referring, of course, to the famous incident with the belt on stage in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
All I remember is just pure chaos in my mind. I've never heard a horse make that sound before.
Tell me about the breakup, the incident with the belt.
Yeah. I mean, those kids weren't supposed to be there. Those kids were not supposed to be there. That's all I gotta say about that. This interview's over. If I'm gonna stay here, I can't can't answer that question. You're gonna have to. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I thought we weren't going on the incident. That shouldn't have happened. Those kids shouldn't have been there.
Kids were wild, bro. They shouldn't got on the stage. You know? I feel bad for them, but I mean, it's like, you see Thesis Project 7. You know what it is. Being a child and getting on stage with Thesis Project 7 is like me being dumb and going to Germany and just walking in the Autobahn and saying, like, why would you walk in traffic? Because you're gonna get hit.
The Make-A-Wish kids, I wasn't informed that they were going to be there to see the band. You know, I didn't think it would be anyone's dying wish to see these clowns pretend to play music on a stage, but unfortunately, yes, they did get caught up in the mayhem.
Amidst outcry of public opinion and a flurry of lawsuits, the band decided to call it quits.
If I could change anything, if there's one thing I could change, out of all the things that have transgressed, all the things that have happened, there's one thing that I could change, I change nothing. Yeah.